Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. So we about to what? Break bread right now. Make sure you hit that subscribe if you new around here. Hit that like button. You know what we do around here. Make sure you drop a comment, say what's up. Cause this my way of saying what's up, John, and putting you up. You feel me? Make sure you feel that notification bell all in so we all can stay, you know what I mean, in contact at all times. Lovely day. As y'all see from that topic, we talking about Gotti versus Dolph. Starting off, you know, when you say that shit, who got better music? You know what I'm saying? Who is the better artist? Hmm. Drop y'all comments in the comment section where y'all watch this, you feel me? Or if you on the live, bus that he wrapped up, you feel me? With him, I don't even know if it was just something he did or if he was an artist fucking with some shit, you feel me? And he just a nigga that blew off of that shit. But it was like him and maybe the other dudes on the, was it Playboy on that bitch? If it wasn't, he should have been on there. Y'all check out Playboy. He a Memphis artist. He hard as fuck. He hard as fuck. Definitely check out Starlito. He from my city though. But for Gotti.
Definitely Dolph.
Why?
Because his music is better.
Why though?
I like him better. I don't know why. It sounds better to my ear. It's better.
Why you
I
don't?
never was a Gotti fan. I liked it
You
five
never
star.
fucked with Gotti?
I was a 5-star chick fan. I ain't. Never was a
Damn.
Gotti.
Yep.
I like that song. Probably still.
Wow, nigga, you definitely don't fuck with Gotti.
So
As much
Gotti
as I
better than
know you
Lucy?
don't fuck with Boosie. Like, I'm, you know what I'm
Gotti better
saying?
than Lucy? To
Who,
you?
me?
Yeah.
No. But I'm biased. I can be honest about that shit. I think in the past year he might have ruined that for me though. But I definitely got a level of biasness with just like familiarity wise, you feel me? And knowing his, you know, his movement like that. But I must say I got hip to Dolph. I say I'm late to the party. You know what I'm saying? I got hip to Dolph. What is it? Maybe it might have been after 100 shots.
I got
Like
hip to
when
Dolph
Black
way
Youngster
before
was going through the neighborhood and shit, you know, I knew of Gotti. You feel me? Cause Gotti fuck with Lito. So as Nashville niggas, we people niggas who get on and who they fucking with. That made a connection between us and Memphis that wasn't always there. We was turned against each other. You feel me? But saying all that to say, like now seeing the Dolph movement or hearing his music, you know what I'm saying, and seeing how he is with his family, meaning to me like his movement, like I gotta say I fuck with Dolph. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I gotta say that shit is because certain lifestyles that other niggas trying to put out this motherfucker, you feel me? You know niggas can't survive like that, and you know you not doing that shit no more either. So why you putting other niggas in the jam like that? You feel me? I get niggas telling their story and all that shit, but you can tell your story with some, you know what I'm saying? With some truthfulness to it too. You can wrap it all up. Can't just be a one-sided glorification when it wasn't even all that. And you know that shit. So at that point, you misleading somebody. And I would say that's on purpose at that point. So when it comes to the authenticity, you know, to me, that's one of my strongest points when it comes to race. That nigga really about that shit, you feel me? And when I look at Gotti, like most people, you know what I'm saying, they well-to-do motherfuckers. You want to do right by your family, you know what I'm saying? But people be giving out this fucked up image. Like, when he was just in that interview, he said, I ain't know that nigga was like really in love and shit. When they asked him, did he sleep with Gucci Gang? You feel me? Your girl tried to clear it up, Angela. She, you know what I mean? The young lady tried to clear it up and say, you know, wasn't that your girlfriend though? You know what I'm saying? Basically saying like him and Keisha had a previous relationship. It wasn't like he was messing with her while he was with Gucci. You feel me? But instead of him addressing that shit, he avoided that shit and answered Charlamagne and said, "Oh nah, I ain't know he really loved her. Yeah, I hit her." So basically saying, "Nah, I hit her while they was together."
Right.
And damn, I ain't know that nigga was in love and shit. Like that's some bullshit. Like, oh, that nigga lame in hell. He done fell in love. Like, wow. But that go back to how certain people see certain people. Once you get to the point of that cute, ugly, categorizing motherfuckers, you rationalize how you treat people. So once you start rationalizing how you treat motherfuckers, it's like, shit, nigga, you lame as hell for being in love. Niggas ain't shit. Bitches ain't shit. Like, don't get me wrong. It's people out here that's choosing to not be shit because they not choosing to be something. You feel me? But everybody ain't like that. So for you to go out here and treat everybody as though they choosing to be that way or they are that way, then, man, to me, that's like a prejudice. You know what I'm saying? But it's only like to suit a bias. And truth be told, you chasing your tail like a dog because you don't know who you biased to. Because from one moment to the next, you following the trend. What's acceptable around you? If a motherfucker would have stopped him in his track and told him like, bro, that's fucked up how you talking about that shit. You feel me? Nigga would have had to, hey, you had to get up out of that motherfucker or something. Or correct yourself. But the fact that, you know, we sit back idle. Like, I used to tell my mama that shit all the time. She's like, bro, you can't say nothing every time. Like, man, listen. You used to tell me, if you let me get away with something one time, I'm going to keep on showing the fuck out. And then the irony, though, like, he did that to Gucci. You feel me? Buddy wound up running across Gab by accident. At least that's how it's put, you feel me? Let's say it is how it happened. Let's say she don't even know shit about him. Either. Like, cause it don't mean she a fan of Dolph. Look, she like him. She could have met that nigga on a whole other situation. You feel me? Met in the grocery store, passing. He might have been doing some little turkey giveaway. You know what I'm saying? Even with that, people find out it's free food, somebody doing something to help the community, motherfuckers come through. You know what I'm saying? They might not know you from a can of paint. But the point is, people can't stomach when that shit come back on them. Like, motherfucker do you like you did somebody else, you want to kill them. That's why motherfuckers assuming the Gotti did it or got something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? But people also forgetting this 3-headed monster that's in the picture, if not 4-headed monster. As far as niggas in the South and how they got, you know, address how they got the young niggas moving because how they moved before. And how they still moving to an extent. They don't really fuck with each other and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got Jeezy out here still beefing with Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Even, you know, we rationalize what's okay to let go and what's not. But when it come a point, your bullshit affects so many people that it ain't their problem for real. You gotta, come on, bro. You gotta put a can on that shit. Put a can on your bullshit. Before you cancel Christmas out this bitch. You killing the light in so many people, bro. All because you want to hold on to some bullshit. Because you trying to save face? Save face for what? Come on, bro. We all out here living this motherfucking life, bro. You not gonna play with me like you not going through shit. And even if it looked like you not going through shit, if I was just that naive, I'd tell a naive motherfucker, look, some people just know how to hide their shit better. Like I tell my son, you still gotta go out here and function in this world. Let me show you how many people that got something going on with them. But the majority of the people that keep something going on with them like an illness is mental. You feel me? So you gotta come out this mind frame of I'm sick. Even when you so-called might be feeling not so healthy, you tell yourself, I'm healthy. So your body can get in line. Because up until now, you've been talking bullshit to yourself, so your body on bullshit. You been talking about bullshit. You been watching bullshit. You ain't seeking no truth. You just looking for confirmation bias. Boy, tell you like this. One thing for certain, two things for sure. You better off letting certain shit go, bro. I wouldn't even say certain shit. You gotta let shit go, bro. You gotta let that shit go, bro. People who hurt you, people who misuse your virtue, they going through some shit they self. It ain't nothing you can do to teach them that they not gonna gravitate towards on their own. Like they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, whether that be life or anything that appeals to you, enough to get your interest to make you pay attention. So for me to feel like everybody gonna be on the same page at the same time, like, come on, bro, tripping. I don't even view that as, something truthful to expect or a reality. When you got people that's, figuring this thing out. And for some people, this their first time figuring shit out. You know what I'm saying? Got some people ain't even trying to figure shit out. That show you how new they is to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just don't come out of nowhere. Like, man, let me figure out life. Like, you gotta recognize if you listening to this, you know what I'm saying, and you get what I'm saying as far as being like an old soul or somebody who been here multiple times, because that's all that shit mean. It come back to past lives. Civilization been learning different things for centuries, ages. You don't just come up on the age we live in. You feel me? You don't just come up on that shit. The technology and all that shit. But for a lot of us, we recognize that was a reset. You know what I'm saying? As far as technology goes, so a lot of what seems new isn't all that new because of the properties or the resources and supplies needed to make these functionable technologies always been here. And we just repurposed them for different things during different times. So in that sense, all possibilities is always present. Crazy part is, this nigga, man, you gonna keep on stepping with that, bro. You gonna keep stepping with that. So we got the three-headed monster. We got Gucci, Jeezy, Yo Gotti. And I said, I'll throw T.I. in there because of the situation with him and Flip. As well as, I'm pretty sure, y'all could probably name some other situations, with T.I. where it's like, come on, bro, we got too many people under you watching what you doing and how you carrying yourself. You feel me? Hit that like button, family. Drop a comment, say what's up. Y'all see what we talking about. Just chopping it up today. But I just seen the footage, of Yo Gotti and Young Dolph. Talking about Gotti rocking that bitch. You feel me? It didn't seem like it was no change in the audience. From the time I seen Gotti out there talking to them to the point he bring Yo Gotti out and he performing. You feel me? It get to a point, shit, what if it's a situation where you tried to do some good for a motherfucker and it just didn't work out right? Or how you thought it was gonna work out. That's why it get to a point you do good shit and don't expect nothing from it. Other than to help somebody else out. If a blessing blow back your way, hey, I'm all good for that. You feel me? But stop expecting shit and you won't let yourself down. And you won't be discouraged when that shit don't fucking happen. But truth be told, when you grateful for things in life, life got a way of showing you things to be grateful for. So when you go into a situation already thinking motherfuckers ain't gonna fuck with you, or you go into a situation trying to see what you can get out of a motherfucker, shit, that shit might backfire on your motherfucking ass. Might backfire on your motherfucking ass. Even as simple as you thinking shit, motherfucker supposed to, worship the ground you walk on. Cause you notice the goodness in them. And sure as Gotti had something going on, Dolph had something going on. They both had a a skill set, a talent, and a way to express themselves. You feel me? Like I was telling Short, I found out about Dolph by way of shoot, black youngsters supposedly being all up in his neighborhood on some T.I. shit. On some T.I. shit, like he looking for him. You feel me? With the straps out. And if that wasn't enough, he wound up getting locked up for shooting at the man at a concert. 100 shots. And then if that wasn't enough, they catch him in what was it, L.A. Or maybe they were trying to beat him up and he was getting the best of him and they shot his ass. That's probably more likely. You feel me? But don't get it twisted, bruh. It's too many, man, it's too many occurrences that's putting you in the fray. I'm pretty sure they already done questioned that, man. Pretty sure. If they ain't, they on their way. If they on way, somebody who has done this will be moving and having the materials that was shown used in crime. Shit. These niggas got connections to who? Pay attention to the names. You know? I know people be like, well, what? He picked that name such and such time. Like, you know, there's certain syndromes or certain energies that come along with vibrations, names. You know, my throat got to vibrate in such a way, my tongue got to move in such a way, my lips have to perch in such a way in order for me to conversate. So literally, I'm vibrating. So imagine somebody calling you something. That's a vibration that you're answering to. And even if you wasn't in that vibration at that time, you're gonna like imagine, you know how somebody call your ass that you don't really like, you feel me? Or even somebody you really like. So when they say your name, it's like the way they say your name, it just got a different vibration. You feel me? But at the same time, just imagine, though, since you can get that, imagine how it affects us when your name is a certain thing, or you chosen a name. You feel me? That has a certain energy behind it. You know, if you know anything about the mafia and all that type of shit, Gotti was a motherfucker that was on bullshit for the most part. And y'all know what I mean by on bullshit. About self. About self. And when it came to other males and what he wanted, he ain't stop at nothing if it was something that they owned. So it was all about positioning everything he did. Even when he was talking to the media, everything. So when you think about certain titles people take on, and then how this shit play out, man, like the song say, let them niggas do the fake shit so we can separate shit. And based on who you are, you gonna pick your understanding of what's right or wrong, which is subjective. You feel me? So I ain't gonna hold that shit against you. It's subjective on what your objective is in life. Fuck. Think that shit through. And pay attention to the examples that is given to you. That's why we know about this shit. For us to learn from the shit. Not for a motherfucker just be sitting around on some gossip shit. You feel me? Like, man, shit, did you see what happened with such and such? Like, man, pick up some game from this shit. And if you don't, it's because you refuse. You know what I'm saying? So you live in your ignorance. The root of ignorance is ignoring the opportunity to learn from life's experiences, whether they be the experiences of others. Because as much as somebody want to act like shit, well, you still gossiping? No. A wise man and a wise woman can learn from the mistakes or, shoot, the uplifting of others. You feel me? Or somebody rising up, you feel me? And being successful, you can learn from that shit. That's what a wise person will do. So it's we pay attention to what's going on. Not to mention, we seeing a change of tide. You feel me? You know, motherfuckers out here playing around with shit that wasn't worth playing around with. Like, you know, people mocking the dead, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you seeing people coming up missing behind that shit. Now, as much as people ask me, do you feel like we'll ever have a utopia? That's a hard question for me to answer at times, because even if I wanted it or answered it as though like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think it can happen. It's probably because I want it. But even if it was a utopia, it don't stop the process that's going to have to take place for us to get to a utopia. There's going to have to be a lot of canceling out. A lot of canceling out of people who haven't had the opportunity to naturally progress. Don't get me wrong. For a lot of us, it could be dangerous being around some of these new beings, so to speak. You feel me? But I think you'll be able to navigate a lot better once you understand what you're looking at. Gotti versus Dolph. Two niggas pitted against each other. Whether by fault of their own or just how it's set up. A motherfucker don't gotta stand there and be like, man, shit, you do this and you do that. Nigga, I already set the stage for it. Before now, you had stars that was like multi-stars or whatever, what they call them, superstars. Meaning like they had their own audiences and shit, right? So you talking to the children, you know, guiding them in my generation. So they would be the children or the people that came after that. So when it comes to them dealing with their audience or their movements, you know, they try to keep that shit separate. And especially if a motherfucker not trying to fuck with them, like Dolph was trying to stand on his own. Some people gonna respect you when you say, you know what, I appreciate you recognizing me, but just the fact that you recognize me, I know I got this, and not to mention I'm already doing good on my own. You feel me? So with that being said, it's like shit, some people will take that shit a whole another way. And then especially if you wind up being out here and you messing with people that they despise, a motherfucker try to get at you just to hurt somebody else. Just to hurt somebody else. But be that as it may, this your life. So little baby, I encourage you to pay attention, keep your head on the swivel. Cause after so long, they might not even miss you if you ain't do what you was sent here to do. You feel me? If you ain't do nothing, you let all that shit stay in you cause you was too scared to look. They had you shook. Don't get it twisted, man. Everybody's life gonna play out in some way or another. Everybody's life. Can't guarantee you're not gonna die, right? So, but the thing you can guarantee possibly is how you die based on what you do with your life. If you ain't out here doing nothing that would cause you to die in a way that you don't want to die, then you don't gotta worry about it. Like if you scared to, you know, jump off a cliff to your death, you feel me? If you ain't out here driving reckless, or you ain't out here playing around on the edge of a cliff or nowhere near a cliff, how the hell you gonna die that way? How the hell you gonna die that way? But one thing I will say is, sometimes you gotta be willing to, cause like with the Dolph situation, it's like, man, Dolph ain't even wanna pop that nigga, bro. Or none of the niggas who was so-called hating on him, you feel me? He like most of us. Like, all right, if a nigga bring it to me, I'ma handle my business. But if a motherfucker don't bring it to me, I ain't worried about it. But when you playing, when you playing the defense, you know, you waiting on them to make a move and then you move, man, that shit can be dangerous, G. That shit can be dangerous. Especially when motherfuckers already done moved on you so many times. So many times. To the point that ain't no mistaking what time it is. It's go time. It's go time. And I know a lot of us gonna be like, man, shit, how you gonna do that? We live in a country where you can't do this, can't do that, can't. Man, listen. Well, there's a will, there's a way. One thing for certain, don't you limit how you think. Keep thinking. Think that shit through. Think about it a few times. You feel me? Make sure that's the right move for you. Don't just be out here doing shit, man. Don't be just out here doing shit. And most of all, man, let's pay attention, man. Majority of the time when people so-called get killed or whatever, I remember I used to be watching like the little cop shows or whatever, and they used to be like, he was at such and such, getting this to eat before this happened. You feel me? So when you think about the blood toxicity, you feel me? From what a motherfucker eat, shit like that, they basically letting you know how certain points people don't even have the ability to rationalize. The ability to be able to rationalize the situation and make the best move to protect themselves. Something to think about, fam. Just something to think about. I know a lot of us been avoiding certain situations like the streets and shit. So we don't necessarily, we ain't had to think about this, but it's something for you to understand because it ain't just the streets. It's your ability to connect the dots. It's your ability to learn from other people that's already, gone. And even with that, recognize we all got a time when we gonna go. So like make the best of this time. Make the best of your 24. Cause you never know. You never know. But if you live every day like it, man, like I can't put off today, you know what I'm saying, what I could do for tomorrow when shit, my time might be up already. Time might be up already. It's saying, bro, something to think about. Something to think about. Love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. As we are one. Glad we still in connection. Kinfolk, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair, come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. We just what? Broke bread right now. Lovely day.